So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. And already we're underway here. So Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
Chance to deliver. Now, what about a counter-attack? The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Roberto Baggio. He's shifting through the gears here. Baggio going full tilt down the left. Roberto Carlos could try... Climbs up big! It's bounced back off the post. That's an imaginative pass. Pull it. Quarter of an hour played. Edmilson. Oh, good ball. Vieri. Cameroon are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Nicely shaped ball. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. And it's Zanetti. Nicely weighted. He's having a shot! And it's a goal! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Cameroon have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably...
Shot a goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Long ball upfield. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Ronaldinho, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Chance here to counter. Great vision. And the shot! They've done it! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Borussia Dortmund grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Zanetti. 5 minutes till the break. Driving on and making good progress. And it's Ronaldinho. And this is Vieri. Roberto Baggio. Edmilson. Zanetti. Roberto Baggio. Can he spark a counter here? There's the whistle for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1.
Just a quick reminder today, please refrain from parking outside this stadium. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
The second half then, just getting going. Edmilson. And it's Roberto Carlos. Rafael Varane is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Good-looking ball. Stood up well to him there. Pullet. Nice interception, well timed. Borussia Dortmund look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
And it's Baggio. And here's Hullet. Roberto Carlos. Hullet. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Brilliantly cut out. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Messi. That's good running with the ball. Messi. Ronaldinho. Now, can they get him away? Well, that's beautifully weighted. Van der Sar is there to clear. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's picked out the run. Oh, that's a fine interception.
This is the time you need that pace.
Nesta gets across to intercept that. Played into space. And he's picked it up out wide. Lovely feet. Roberto Baggio. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 15, Hullet. Number 4,
Vieri is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
And here's Roberto Carlos. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Cameroon do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And now the breakaway. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Roberto Carlos. It's a promising position. Goes for a shot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
After 73 minutes,
He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
He has found the way through, and he's in on goal. Vieri.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Roberto gets his head on it! Sticks it away! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and read it perfectly.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Good take, and is he in? Cameroon can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Maicon tries to play it through. He's got away. Played in. Dida deals with that nice and simple. That's that, the end. Cameroon did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
Against Cameroon.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Bale. Zanetti kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Played over towards the opposite flank. And he was quick to react.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game, but he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Luis Suarez, foot in. Quarter of an hour played. Can he get onto this? Messi receives it in a wide position. He's had a shot! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
That'll be a throw-in. Cameroon, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. It's a promising position. Always onto this.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now he's off and running. Cameroon ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now that's well seen too. Luis Suarez. And it's Luis Suarez. And now the breakaway. Now it's Hullet. Zanetti. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Messi. Lam has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Looking for a runner. Hullet. Can he get on the end of this? Zanetti crosses. Van der Sar deals with that nice and simple. Bale. And it's Nedved. Vieira. Salam. Messi. That's an excellent interception. Well timed, excellent interception. Ronaldinho. Edmilson. And he's forced to go back. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but Luis Suarez! He's gone direct here. And no, that was never going to make it. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Lam. And it's Vieira. Ferdinand. To Lam. And it's Bale. He won't be happy with that one. Edmilson moved on forwards. Lam. There's the whistle for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Hello everybody, and this is a quick reminder to let you know that you'll be able to catch today's match broadcast live on our club's FM station.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Pullet proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Ooh, can he get onto this? And it's Nedved. Bale is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Probing pass. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. They get a throw in. And it's played forward. Pullet is onto it in a flash. Pullet. That's a decent clearance. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. And he cuts out the supply. Luis Suarez looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, no joy this time. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed having made the run and not get picked out.
Lam hurtling down that right flank. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
forward, tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Drogba. That's tidy. Cameroon will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. And he's had a hit! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Borussia Dortmund with the corner, there first. Cleared away. Crossed in a big header! There it is! Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Cameroon perhaps contemplating their next change here.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That's a throw. Just about up to 75 minutes. Lahm. And this is Drogba. There's a sharp little ball here. Lahm plays it in. Played it again. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
That's clear cut. It's a free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Zanetti looks across and plays it in. And he's in on goal. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. So what can they make of this? Aimed beyond the defence. Well read, nice interception.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Pele, he's through here. Varane kept his eye on it, and he's there. No, he's not going to get any further than that.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
No, that's been intercepted.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, smashing header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Cantona quietly revving up. No luck with that dink over the top. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And that's been won straight back.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Cantona. Luis Suarez. And the referee brings it to a close. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
Against Cameroon.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. And as you can see, we've already started here. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. And that's put paid to a promising move. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nice looking ball. Hullet.
There he is, the one they call the divine ponytail.
Well, that is his trademark, isn't it?
Yeah, and everything connected to that ponytail is footballing perfection. His guile, his passing, and his goals are things of legend.
Lam.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Roberto Baggio. Vieira. And it's Roberto Carlos. Lam. Oh, easy pickings there. Lam does really well to win the ball there. That's a throw. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Roberto Baggio. And it's Roberto Carlos. Looking for options for movement. Zanetti. To O'Shea. A probing pass. Good ball over the top. Van der Sar claims it. Safe hands.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Oh, played through for the wide man. And he's managed to get free. And that could well leave a mark. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Played into space. Not the most accurate pass. Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Lam. And here's Hullet. Oh, well played, well played. Zanetti.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Thuram. Great defending, strong and determined. He's a sharp little ball here. Messi. To Lam. Messi. O'Shea. Turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Messi. Tries a measured ball. And he's straight offside. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lam. Borussia Dortmund finding their passes. No, he's not getting his way this time. Out to the right. Now it's Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Vieira. Roberto Baggio. Of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. That's a good run down the left. Roberto Carlos. Ball swung in. Dealt with nicely by the defence. A goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Vieira shows great strength. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Bullet! That's a lovely, neat pass. Pull it. And he's there to clear it. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Looking for a runner. Spread neatly. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Rummenigge. Pull it. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he's going to have his name taken.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Turan is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. The pass has gone astray. And it's Baggio. Now it's Messi. And there is the half-time whistle. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. So off we go once more. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Ended up in no man's land.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nicely weighted ball. Hit into the middle. Cleared away. Can he finish?
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Lahm. Messi. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. And here's Baggio.
Roberto Baggio really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. That's a cute ball. Leicester is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking for the... And the shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into a discipline.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he's there to get it away. And it's O'Shea. Pass somewhat off target.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, super find. He's picked his way through. Big chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Borussia Dortmund certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Borussia Dortmund.
We have got
Number
changes
15,
here, from both sides in
Gullit.
fact.
Number 4, Baggio. Number 8, Messi.
Roberto Carlos.
was lovely, that.
Number
Vieri.
22, Didier Drogba. Number 18,
And still we
Nedved.
await the first breakthrough.
Number 17, Iniesta.
Roberto Carlos
Substitution
is
taking
looking to
place.
influence the game from out wide. There's the crossfield ball. Cruyff. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos wins the duel this time. And it's O'Shea. Passing nice and neat. Oh, delicate chip through. Oh, no joy this time. Roberto Carlos. Can he get it through? That's been slipped through. That's the keeper's ball. Just about up to 75 minutes. Cameroon do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And it's Nedved. And here's Drogba.
Borussia Dortmund really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Nedved. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Rafael Varane gives no quarter whatsoever. Now it's Cruyff.
Substitution.
It's a searching pass, and he's intervened well there. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Cameroon have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a go.
It's a pretty loose pass. Van Bronckhorst. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That has not gone well. Messi.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
That's an imaginative pass. Drives it in. Corner.
Substitution in progress.
Oh, this is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
Cruyff! Now that was a full-blooded header. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with waste. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. So, Jim Beglin, what is your interpretation of the way they appear to be lining up?
Well, a reinforced rearguard, Peter, and a compact midfield probably suggests that they're focusing much on giving very little away. I think if you commit to that, then you really can't afford to concede, because it clearly demands a quick change in approach if you do, which isn't always easy, because in the build-up to this, believe me, they'll have been working principally on organisation and shape in training, and it's not easy just to suddenly come out of that.
Now it's Roberto Baggio. Zanetti. Great vision. Can he get on the end of this? Deep cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Philip Lahm, Jim Beglin, one of the greatest fullbacks ever, perhaps.
Oh, without doubt, Peter. He's definitely in that category when it comes to legendary players. I don't think I've seen...
Messi! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's a searching pass. No, he's just misjudged that one. And he's gone looking for safety. Well, they've got it again. Pull it. Cameroon, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. And it's Ibrahimovic. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. And this is Roberto Carlos. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Vieri. Pass somewhat off target. Has a look and plays it forward. And he's been shifted off it. That's a lovely, delicate pass.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Roberto Carlos. Now the ball in. Roberto Carlos plays it forward. Cameroon do have a chance to counter here. Roberto Baggio. Nicely weighted ball. Over to the left. Tries the cross. It's out for a goal kick. Roberto Carlos. Vieri. Vieri unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, no joy this time. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That's a throw. Turan. And that's been intercepted. And it's Messi. Nicked it back promptly. Bullet gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. 15 minutes till half-time. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Borussia Dortmund have a free kick. Roberto Carlos. All the way back. Lahm is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Oh, it's Dembele. Roberto Carlos. And he goes cross-field. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. And here's Dembele. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Vieri. That's a good ball out wide. Well, oh, he's been caught on it here. Ferdinand. And it's Baggio. Tries to pass it through. And he's picked it up out wide. Dembele's... Oh, smashing header! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Roberto Baggio. He's picked his way through. Priol gets it away. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement.
There will be 1 minute
And he has been fouled there.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask. I think he knew immediately that he got that one wrong. The wall did its job.
Now it's Roberto Baggio. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And there's the end of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Cameroon really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Dembele! Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Vieri. Looking tidy in possession here. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Cantona. Roberto Carlos. It's a pretty loose pass. Lahm. Here's Roberto Carlos. This is Dembele. Now it's Messi. Lahm. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Messi! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Punched away. Looking for the run. Borussia Dortmund given another corner. So, third corner of the game. Keeper has taken decisive action.
The attendance
Whistle's gone, that's foul. Roberto Carlos receives it in a wide position. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
So their fourth corner of the game.
Ibrahimovic. Number 8. Messi.
It's a mighty effort!
Coming on the field.
Decent
Number
attempt, but
22,
not quite good
Kylian
enough.
Mbappe. Number 15. Gullit.
Look, a little variation can't hurt here because they've got no previous.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Cameroon have the chance to go the other way. And this is Vieri. There's a no-nonsense tackle. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Looking for a runner. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And here's Drogba. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Dembele. Dida gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Vieri looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Nice looking ball. He's had a shot! They've scored! Finally, the deadlock is broken.
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Cameroon have fired themselves in front.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Aimed beyond the defence. Shot at goal!
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
It's Drogba!
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Leicester makes the interception. Knocks it into space. Cruyff! He's scored! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about
Cantona. Oh, shooting chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And the lead is extended still further.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
A case now of complete control. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Roberto Carlos, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Cruyff. And it's O'Shea. Yeah. Best. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Best. And that is as far as it goes. Cameroon really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is...